What's up, guys? Black Rose Duelist here, and here is my top 5 decks of April 2015. And before I jump into number 5, I'd like to inform you that every single deck in the top 5, I will have a link in the description with the deck profile for the deck. So, for number 5, there will be a deck profile, there will be a link to the deck in the description below, and you can click on it and watch it and whatever you want. You can check it out, copy the skeleton, get some ideas. So if you want to try out any deck in my top 5, just check out the description below, and I will have a link to a deck profile of the deck. So jump into number 5, we have Sylvanas. Sylvanas are very good this format because they have access to Felgrand, which I think is one of the best XC monsters this format and basically ever. It's basically a 2000 beater that has the effect that can negate a monster's effect or make it so your monsters are invulnerable to card effects. So you can have a 2800 beater that's not affected by everything twice. So Felgrand is just a great boss monster for the deck, and without it, I don't really know if it'd even be on this list because it just provides the deck with a huge and amazing boss monster. Secondly, it has access to Charity, which is basically a better graceful Charity for the deck because along with drawing the 3 cards, you stack instead of sending 2. So you stack your Sylvanas, and then you can abuse your other effects, knowing what you have on the top of your deck to use it for your Sylvanas effects. They're kind of like the mind readers of Yugioh. They stack their decks, they know what's going to happen, they basically know what's going to happen in the duel before you, which is really cool, and I really like that idea. Third of all, they have one of the biggest power plays this format, which includes Soul Charge plus Lone Fire. Since Lone Fire is at 3, which is number 4 on the reasons why this deck is good this format, is because what you can do is you can go Lone Fire, Tribute, Lone Fire, Tribute, Lone Fire, Tribute, play a Hermit-Tree, play Soul Charge, play all 3 Lone Fires you sacrificed, and then you get to play 3 more plants on top of that, resulting in a double Felgrand, or if you want to try something cool, you can go for a Shooting Quasar Dragon. Finally, they have new Rose support, which is introduced in the last Gold Series, and with that support, they got Rose Paladin, which isn't too beneficial in the deck. People think it's good, but I don't really see the good point of being able to search a dead Hermit-Tree or Sage Quiet in your hand. But they did introduce Rose Lover, which while it's in the graveyard, you can banish it to special summon 1 plant from your hand, and it's unaffected by trap cards. So what you can do is you can special summon your dead Hermit-Tree or Sage Quiet in your hand that you can't do anything with, and it's unaffected by trap cards and has a pretty good effect too. So you have a walking 2700 beater that can't die by traps or be even affected by them, and you get their effects as well. So Rose Lover is a definite help to the deck. Rose Paladin not so much. So if you want to look at my deck profile for Sylvanas, you can look in the description below, and I will have a link to my Sylvan deck profile. Number 4, YoSend. YoSend are number 1, very consistent because they don't play too many monsters, so their hands don't really clog that much. They have Tenki, which can search any one of their monsters, and they have Back for Days, which I think I meant to say Back Row for Days, but besides that, they have Vanity's Emptiness, which is the Floodgate, which was at 3, which is at 1 now, which kind of hurt the deck, but not too much. They also have their own Infernity Barrier, which is incredible. YoSend Secret Technique. Along with that, they also have Pendulums, which some people use, some people don't. They also can evade the Floodgates because things like Vanity's Emptiness, they don't special summon. So without special summoning, Vanity's Emptiness will just hurt your opponent's deck and not yours. They have really strong level 4 monsters, which pretty decent effects and pretty good attack. Most of their level 4 monsters are, I think, 1700 and above, 1600 and above, and they have really good effects that go from bouncing a card on the field to searching a YoSend from your deck to your hand, which is very good. And they all have the ability to summon each other from the hand. So, and at the end phase, they're like spirit monsters and go back to your hand. So your opponent, usually when you have a YoSend monster, this is why you can play low monster count. You usually will have it for the whole duel because your opponent will never have a chance to kill the YoSend because it always goes your hand during the end phase. And that's why you play the back row, because you have the back row to defend you while you have no monsters on the field. Jumping to number 3, and real quick before I go to number 3, you can go check my YoSend deck profile in the description below. Number 3, Shuldolls. Shuldolls are getting better and better ever since the death of Cliports and hindering of other decks. There's more decks using the extra deck nowadays, which you're probably wondering, how does that help? Well, since decks like Sylvanas and Fire Fists are popping up, you can use your Shuldolls fusion using fusion materials from the deck, giving you pluses by using their effects when they're sent to the graveyard, and you won't have to use fusion materials from your hand. Second of all, they have the one Earth one that negates everything. Along with when you send a Shuldolls, you get to use its effect. So it's kind of like a Herald Perfection where you pitch something, negate something, but it's even better here because when they pitch, you get an effect. Mathematician is ridiculous in this deck because you can just play it, send a beast, which will draw you a card, or something that will search you a card. It always nets advantage. And when it dies by battle, you can draw another card. So that's really helpful. And you can go in your Earth Shuldolls fusion. It's very consistent, and it has better matchups this format. Along with, they have great boss monsters that aren't even Shuldolls monsters, like BLS, Dark Arm Dragon, and you can play Dark Law in this deck, which is actually really good, and it hurts all your bad matchups, like Burning Abyss and kind of Necros. Number 2, and if you want to check Shuldolls deck profile, it's in the description below, but I'm pretty sure you know what Shuldolls look like, but you know. Burning Abyss, despite getting hit on the ban list, they're still just as fast as they were before. Maybe it's just a titsy bits smaller in speed. But now they have more room for traps and other Burning Abyss monsters. So with that, they're just still fast. They have really good traps this format, which besides YoSend, I think they're the best trap-based deck because they have Karma Cut, Phoenix Wing Blast. They're just great cards. One of the best first-turn plays that are extremely accessible and easy to play, Double Dante. It's extremely annoying to go against Double Dante because you can't really go with anything without giving them more advantage by killing them. Fire Lake is still a ridiculously good card, sending 2 Burning Abyss to destroy 3 cards in your opponent's field, and you end up getting 2 cards from the Burning Abysses that you send to the graveyard usually. Dark Law is also a very good card in this deck, just like Shuldolls. And another card I forgot to mention is Crush Card Virus, that both Shuldolls and Burning Abyss can play. And it's very good against Necros. Today when I played Shuldolls, when I chew 5 gum, I get the Trident Extra, or whatever that thing is. Or it's like, how do you react to Trident Gum? It's like that. It's like how you feel when you chew Trident Gum. I think that's what it is. I'm pretty sure. But I felt that, I played my Shuldolls Falco, and I crush carded to a handful of Necros ritual monsters that are 2,000 plus attack. They all went to the graveyard, and I was feeling accomplished. Speaking of Necros, dun da da da. Number 1 on my list is Necros. I'm pretty sure you guys would think about that from clicking on this video, but let me give you some reasons why Necros are number 1 on my list. They are consistent as cake. I don't know what that means, but that means they are consistent. They have Unicorn / Brio, which basically wrecks anything from the extra deck. Double Dante, oh that's cute, bye. Oh, you have a cute little Shuldolls and a Dark Law there. That's cute. Bye. Oh, Sylvan players. That's cute. You have double Felgrand. Let me just go Unicorn and Briannac and just, bye. Everyone is playing it right now, and they're cheaper. This isn't really a reason why the deck itself is better, but when everyone is playing the deck, there's more of a chance for it to top. Say you have 10% Shuldolls, 10% Sylvanas, 20% Burning Abyss, and 10% YoSend, and then 50% Necros players. You're obviously going to see a lot more Necros players top. So that the performance of the deck will definitely be uplifted, not because of its ability in dueling, but because everyone is playing it. So you're going to see more numbers of it. Finally, they have the Djinn Lock, which is one of the nastiest things in the game right now. It's basically a one-sided Vanity's Emptiness while you have a huge ritual beast or a ritual monster on the field. So that's fun to duel against, right? And you guys thought Vanities was bad. Too soon. Okay, so if you like this video, go check out the description below where you can check out any of the deck profiles of any of the top 5 decks I've listed. Comment down below your top 5 decks of this format, because I'm sure you guys always have something nice to say, right, YouTube commenters? That was fun. Anyways, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and watch the deck profiles. Bye-bye.